We talked a lot about cloud computing and mobile devices, and while they bring great opportunity, they also do bring significant challenges.
Sure.
In NOAA, we're looking at a tenfold increase in data volumes, data growth by 2020. And it's not only just the data growth, but the data size, the data sets. So and so very significant growth in data, size of the data sets, and absolute quantity. We're very concerned about data preservation. We keep our data forever in long-term archives. Data access, dissemination, usability, those are huge issues for us. And there's a lot of research going into how do you automate the analysis, different techniques, data mining, machine learning. Privacy is a huge issue when you keep all this information around for a long time. Database interoperability is a big challenge. One of the interesting things that I don't think we've got much press on is the trade-off between storage and computing. So we don't have an endless amount of compute or storage. So we're having to, some of our scientists are having to look at the how much do we actually save and store versus how much do we recreate using computing capabilities. So that's a trade that we're making on a regular basis. Security, as everybody knows, is a huge challenge.
Yeah, I think that's a challenge right across the board.
I'm not going to spend much time in that, but how we integrate cloud solutions with our existing security operations is something that we're finding needs to continue to mature. Because we have a lot of capabilities in place. We have a lot of mandates, federal mandates we're implementing. The network capacity, as we try to move large data sets, we're spending a lot of time, effort, and money into improving our network capacity. In NOAA, we've got hundreds and hundreds of sites across the country, and if we really want to take advantage of these capabilities at all these sites, we need to
move that data.
Got to move it. There's a lot of contractual issues, especially with cloud and terms of service agreements, and when the data's out there.
That's another one on cloud. We had that discussion too. You know, cloud's going to change that acquisition model quite a bit, and it's going to be a real culture challenge.
It is, and then you know, we talked a lot about mobile devices, but I think just the sheer number of devices, the fact that they're changing so rapidly, it's very hard to get a handle on these devices. Every 18 months, new ones are coming in the market. They seem to be targeted more for consumers versus the enterprise. What's a personal use device, government use device? How do we want to move forward on that? Remote management of and making sure that your data, as Jerry talked about earlier, is making sure your data is secure and you have control of it at all times. And I think lastly, we talk about the cloud solutions of shared services. I think there's a lot of governance that we still need to tease out in terms of managing risk, because if everybody's going to be dependent on these shared services, they have to be there. And then lastly, the whole funding and how we actually charge for these shared services.